All right, it's Sunday. It's February 1st. And, yeah, the first day of February at 6:36 a.m. Yeah, got all my clocks going. Yep, there you go. There's Uncle Jimmy right here with his SM7B microphone, which is one of the best in the business. Everybody you see, even the advertisers that are doing Ethos commercials, they have an SM7B in its bright and glory. Yeah. I have a little red strip that goes around this phone right here because I'm in the dark and I want to be able to find the thing. Yeah, I can turn. Yeah, we're cranking up here before it's sun up. Yeah, 7:37 a.m. Ooh, yeah, that's okay. I've been up since 5, which is pretty much standard duty for Jimmy. Yep, at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Then I wake up, I get up. Put a little stuff on my hands here. Just, I give the boy cat a little massage in the morning. He jumps up on the counter, and with the ranges, he goes back and he goes forward. And, the cat's 15 years old. He jumps up on the cooler, and then from the cooler, he jumps up onto the range in the kitchen. So he gets his little morning rub down. If he doesn't get it, he's a very cranky putty cat. Every day when I get up and go to the bathroom and powder my nose, yeah, then it's get to the kitchen and give the kitty cat his rub down. Yeah, Kino likes his rub down. So I give him a nice rub down. What the heck? Why not? Yeah. You can see here, that is the elapsed time, 3 minutes, 35 seconds. You've got a clock down here that says 6:39. And, yeah, there it is. That says 6:39 right here, with a second hand. Yeah. Which is good enough. I got a delayed broadcast over here. Keep an eye on the live news in case there's any bombing going on anywhere. Apparently, there isn't any. It's daylight over there, so in Iran. So they probably look at it and say, well, we survived another night. I don't know if I was the head guys in Iran, I'd be nervous. Swap cameras, please. Yes, I like to be right of middle. My logo, which I designed for my digital enterprise 50 years ago. Yeah. A tripod it started off as a tripod with a Hasselblad camera sitting on it, with a 60 millimeter cone-shaped lens, and it got reduced to what you got there. In the back, You got the digital back, and then you got the optical front lens, so to speak. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. This little, that bob and weave thing is, which you slip on the microphone when you're interviewing people. Yeah, we did that on the field. Interviewed, the different coaches, and Marilyn would go up into the stadium and interview some of the students. Yeah. I said, whatever you do, don't let go of the microphone. Grip it like it is your life preserver. She lets it go. Goes all the way down. The students passed it one by one all the way down. Everyone had something to say. I said, Meryl, God, she had a little earpiece. I was talking to her on the cell phone. She talked to me on the cell phone. So I have an earpiece and she had an earpiece. It's like our little IFP, yeah. Because we are the talent, we are the producers, and we are the camera people, all wrapped up into a 2-member team. Anywho, the microphone survived. She finally got it back. I said, oh, you boy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I thought that was the end of a happy friendship between me and that microphone. Plus it had a transceiver on the back end of it, so, that's worth another $300. So, you got about a $700 package. I said, don't let go of the microphone. Don't let them grab it. Slap their hand. She gives it up. I got a telephoto lens. I can see exactly what she's doing. I can hear what they're saying. That's what's cool, is that the microphone was telecommunicating directly into my recording device, and I have the optical image stabilization on a telephoto lens, so I was cropped in right tight with her, and she's like 300 feet away or 200 feet away, something like that, where I couldn't hear her at all, but for the microphone, it's too far. She could scream her brains out and I wouldn't hear it, because it's a noisy stadium. It's like the pre-game and everyone's all excited, so I said, so she interviewed some of the crazies in the end zone. The students get the tickets and they get in there and they paint their bodies different colors. It's interesting. But you let go of the microphone. Oh my God. That's microphone 101. Do not let go of the microphone. The producers get very cranky when you do that. Yeah, she did it anyway. Look at this. I found this. I am not afraid of ICE because I am not an illegal. I am not scared of the police because I'm not a criminal. Simple. There you go. And some city, any city, USA. You can see in the background there are some mountainous grounds behind them in this little town, lining one street. There's a water thingy there. There you go. I'm not afraid of ICE because I'm not an illegal, obviously. And I'm not afraid of the police because I'm not a criminal. Simple. Very simple. Yep. Flag on the store back there. Another flag on the store back there. And another flag on the store right there. And the traditional lamppost. We have those here in Boca Raton. The traditional lamppost. It's a relatively modern picture because you can see the back end of this truck thingy. Looks like a new kind of a version. The front end of this car looks like it's relatively modern. Don't really have any other signals. I got a nice blue background for the sky. It's February 1, babies. There we go. Sunday, February 1. Be there or be square. All right. Apple Creator SU Studio. Creator Studio with an Apple. Yeah. Phew, boy. All right. Just so you remember, this is Sunday, and tomorrow is Monday, and the 303 Mega Millions that was drawn on Friday produced no single jackpot winner. Numbers 11, 33, 36, 43, 63, and 13. Boy, there are a lot of threes in that, huh? Yeah. Ones, threes, fours, and sixes. Eesh. Yeah. 33, 36, 43, which is 34 backwards, and 36 and 63, that's 36, that's 63 backwards. Yeah. 11 and 13, yeah. Jeez. Okay. So Tuesday, on February 3rd, this is the first, this is, so you got Monday, that's the second, and the third is Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. Remember that? Mega Millions is Tuesday, Friday. Yeah. The third. February 3rd is Tuesday. Seems like
February 3rd, 2026.
Okay, my computers are starting to argue with me. Mega Millions is a jackpot. We need to straighten that up a little bit so we don't overmodulate the. That's good. Yeah. Whoops. Whoopsie. There we go. So I can see 323 million. The caption is the jackpot to a single winner. There we go. Jackpot to a single winner. You could have two winners, and you just divide that by 2. All right, so 323 million. You got 2 chances, 2 options. Get that paid over a 30 payment, 29-year stint in which you get $4,861,000 on day 1. It actually might be day 15. These jackpots these Mega Million is a multi-state thingy, and they have a little in the fine print that says 15 days from the draw date, they'll have all their monies collected from the various states. Yeah. So if you want the jackpot lump sum, which is 147 million, which of course you're not going to get that check. You're only going to get 112. Poor baby, because they are going to withhold 24%. But the estimate is 112 million, plus or minus whatever. These are estimates by me, the author of the spreadsheet. Lottery officials do not confirm or deny anything that I do. The only thing we know for sure is that the lottery people estimate the jackpot at 323. They won't even promise that because they don't know. They can't tell in advance who's going to buy tickets and who isn't. If everyone stays home and doesn't buy a ticket, then that 323 would be a smaller number. But if the people that play Mega Millions buy the tickets in the normal routine that they normally buy tickets, they figure it's going to be 323 million. In which case, it would produce $147 million $147 million jackpot lump sum payout before taxes. Yeah, that's before any federal taxes. And we're assuming you're in a state. Well, I'm not assuming anything. I happen to be in a state where there's no income tax. So therefore, that 147 million is only subject to federal tax. In which case, they're going to retain 24% withholding. So 147 million drops to 112 million. Okay? All right, so what's 112 million? Let's go to the top. Jackpot lump sum after the 24% withholding. So that's that number less the 24% gives you 112 million. Phew, so complicated. Now, beware, because 112 million is going to shrink to 92 million because you're surely, when you do your taxes, since you, in theory, have won 147 million, that's going to be your income for this year. That's a big number. You're probably in the maximum tax bracket. Well, guess what? That means you got another 13% to go. So 920212. You know. So this number right here includes the 13%. Yeah. So you better save. Better put another 20. Better put another 20 million in the side pocket. Try 30 million. Yeah, put 30 million in the side pocket. Yeah. Phew. Copy. Paste. Good. Let's see what happens. clear that. 112 minus, let's see, 90, 92, 9, 93. There you go, 19 million. Yeah, so you got to put another, just put another 20 million in the side pocket. Yeah. Because that's going to be the 13%. Yeah. Where do I get 13% from? Yeah. Because you got to pay 37%. Since this number you already paid, the 24 lump sum, the withholding, but you got to pay the other 13%. Well, 13% of 47 brings you down to 92,000,009. So after, let's see this column top, the caption on the top of the column, jackpot lump sum payout after all federal taxes of 37%. Yeah, if you live in a state with a state income tax, some states will take away some of your lottery earnings as a state income tax. Florida, no. So all 92,000,009 is in your checkbook. I have read, according to lottery officials, I actually did a little investigation, and I have the results of that investigation. What does this say? No, that's not it. I've got it here. Oh, yeah. Better hurry up. Oops, I hit that favorites. Sorry. It's in the wrong gallery. Here it is. In white. So, how quickly can I receive my money? My money! Yeah, you hope. So they basically tell you, when you get there are 45 jurisdictions that participate in a lot of the games, including Mega Millions. And they have to accumulate all that money. So here's page 2 of that. So if the prize amount is over $250,000, the prize payout plus taxes, meaning the 24% withholding, will be transferred by ACH to the winner's bank account within 2 business days. All right. Prizes may be paid via check rather than ACH. You don't want to do that. However, most players with prizes greater than $10,000 choose the security and speed of ACH transfer. And all you got to do is provide, your bank account number and the routing and transit number of the bank. It's 0670 4822. Yeah, that's the R&T number for TD Bank, I believe. And then you have the account number. Yeah. So just bring a copy of a check, and they'll read the numbers on the bottom, and then you can Let's see, just to be certain. But we go. Yeah, come down here to documents, and then look for there's TD Bank. That's the account number. That's the other bank account number. Let's see. I did it again because the R&T number was not visible. There you go. See right there? 0670-14822. That is the R&T number for TD Bank. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. There you go. Back to favorites. Recently saved. Come back here and hit the heart and do a little crop job on this. There you go. Right like that. America's most convenient bank. I remember Malin telling me that. Yeah. There you go. That's it. So you give me your RT number and your account number, it'll pop the money right in there. Yep. And but you have to wait 15 days because according to lottery officials, it's white favorites. This panel here, Powerball, Mega Million. Yeah, see in the bottom. For Powerball and Mega Million, prizes are not available until 15 days after the draw date. And I should do that and do the pen and do it in red. Get that out of the way. Mega Millions jackpot. Available 15 days after the draw date. Yeah. That doesn't work. There we go. Bingo. And it leads you down to the end of the page. There you go. Jesus. Yeah. So you gotta wait 15 days if you got that those big prizes. Because they gotta collect the money from the other 44 states. Yep. 45 jurisdictions. Uh-huh. So we can get rid of this one. Bingo. We got it here. Yeah, that's what's looking up. There's a kitty with the... I have those. The kitties really like those little fountains. And the water's filtered and it keeps recycling. So they drink it down pretty good. They drink it down about halfway every day. And I keep filling it up, every day. And the water keeps circulating around through there. After 2 weeks, it's, I rinse it out in super hot water, change the filter. Yep. When Marilyn drove by the Seminole, Fort Lauderdale Seminole, whatever you call that guitar-shaped hotel. Would you believe it? It's the most amazing thing hardly anyone's ever seen. Outside of a theme park of some kind, that's just popped right out of the ground. And those are hotel rooms. Look at each one of those windows is a window with, curtains and things. And it curves around and you can see the balconies over on the sides here. I mean, it's no balconies here. You got the guitar strings. This is part of the cement that holds the sucker together. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Elevators run up through the middle, of course. Yeah. That's all built with prize money from the casino. Those beautiful hotels are built with losers' money. They tend to win. There you go. The Indians, they had to have, yeah. There's a powwow being held, and all these elders, they're dancing to the music. Yeah. They're proud of their feathers. They've got an investment, a big investment in those things that they wear. And look at this guy right here. I mean, he paid dearly for all that stuff. He collected it and got his eagle feathers and yeah. Interesting. And Marilyn sent these pictures back. Yeah, whoops. Ouch. Stock market closed at 48,890,000. Tesla stock is at 430. Nvidia is at 191. We had a couple of glasses of wine at Houston's. Yeah. How do we know? Lift up on the picture and ultra wide camera view, and you can see right there. See, Houston's. Yep. And we get satellite view. Just touch satellite. There we go. Yeah. And then we go 3D. 3D, please, yes. There we go. Slide that around. There's Glades Road. That's Military Trail. Yeah. You gotta get off at Glades and then come around behind. Because you can't jump from Glades down to Military. You gotta do the little swirly whirly. Yeah. The miracles of Google Maps. There you go. There's a building in there, and you can just, 2 fingers, you swipe down. There we go. Now you're looking at the top of the air conditioning. They've got very good air conditioning. It's freezing my ass off in there. Yeah. There you go. That's the interchange. That's right. That's quite an intersection, huh? That piece of real estate. There's room for another pad right there where that grass is. Yeah. I don't think it's owned by Marilyn asked me if it was owned by Houston's. I don't know. Don't know. I know someone that will. I'll ask him Tuesday. Having lunch with Uncle Bill on Tuesday. So there's my latest spreadsheet on Mega Millions. You can see all the prior jackpots that were not won, and those are the numbers directly off of the lottery website. I copy and paste it right in there. Yep. I can show you. Right up. Right here. See? 11, 34, 36, 43, and 63. That is the official. That came right off the lottery website. And then I just pasted it right in there. And if no one wins on Tuesday, I'll do the same thing and paste the balls, move rollover down one and move that down one, and then put the actual balls right over there where it says rollover. Yeah. A picture. I put a picture right in there. All these are actual pictures of the winning balls, which no one won. And right now we're going on our 18th rollover. Yeah, 18, not weeks. It would be 9 weeks because it's 2 per week. All right, yeah. The weather, it's 46 degrees outside. It's 42 degrees, 46% relative humidity. Yeah. 42 degrees. 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's a little warmer than what they projected. They projected it could be as low as 34. No. 42. It was 41, 42 at 5 a.m., which is 4 a.m., 5 a.m. is the earliest. It's the lowest temperature. Still cold, for Florida people. We get down in the low 40s. We're talking cold. And and it's with high winds. So 40 degrees becomes 30 something with the wind chill factor. Yeah, 45 feels like, ouch, god darn, feels like 38. So that's a 7 degree. So that means 42. Yeah. .45 feels like 38. That's 7 degrees. This will feel like 35 degrees with the wind. It's definitely got some wind. That's the only way you get the cold air down here is if there's wind. Yeah. This looks like a tie. Let's get rid of one of them. Choop. There we go. There's an interesting graphic of all the different bullets, and when it hits a piece of roast beef, you can see the mushroom, when the presses against the bone and the flesh. That extreme defense, that bullet doesn't change at all. It just, bam, stays intact. Full metal jacket, you see over here, full metal jacket. The one next to it, you see how it expands. Extreme penetrator, it stays intact. Critical duty, it stays largely intact. You can see it has some kind of a polyethylene thing inside of it to keep it from splitting open too much. What else we got going here? Yeah, interesting. So those are a bunch of different kinds of ammunition you get for, this looks like 9mm. Could be a 9mm. Looks like a 9mm shell to me. Most popular NATO round. The question is which hollow point means it goes a little faster. It's lighter, but travels faster. The amount of foot-pounds of energy, is the faster bullet means it doesn't drop. It should be a little more accurate. Assuming the rifling and the inside the barrel would tend to, I don't know what the difference would be with the lighter and the not so light bullet. You can see some rifling on that, right on the side of that bullet there, have to get a ballistics expert to explain which of these is, like the ones on the ends. Extreme defense, extreme penetrator. Yeah. And then the full metal jacket, that doesn't expand at all. Wow. That's curious. Yeah. So if it hits Jello, it stays intact and just goes through. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, what ammo do you keep? My ammo looks more like this one right here. Yeah. Like the HST, whatever that means. some of this critical duty stuff. All right. Found that popped up on Facebook. As did these gals. Good for you, girls. I'm not afraid of that ICE, because I'm not illegal. You sure don't look illegal, except for your age. If you're over 18, you're probably 16. This guy here, he's let him praise. Oh boy. 323 rollover, already talked about that. Democrats are trying to get them to take their masks off. That ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna get doxxed by these crazies. No way. Dox. Yeah, look up the families, and then they'd be banging pans outside their homes all night until you finally get the hell away. Pick up your kids and go to a hotel somewhere. Yeah, a lot of talk on the internet about our Air Force and our capability with regards to precision attacks on Iran. F-22 Raptor fighter. Look at that guy. Yeah. Inside that belly is all kinds of exotic munitions. Yeah. Let's close that out. There we go. Let's get rid of the calculator. Is there anything going on here with the New York Post covers? Any new covers? Oh. That's a good looking guy. Fed's furious as New York City judge lets this guy out. Lets him flee instead of turning him over to ICE. He's a nice looking guy, huh? How'd you like him attacking your daughter? What's the matter with these people? Yeah, that's what's going on with our politics. These Democrats are nuts. Why would you let this guy out? Deport him. He's a bad guy. An alleged crack-smoking sexual predator wanted by ICE. Just let him loose. Despite a federal arrest warrant. Manhattan judge Sheridan Jack Brown. There she is. Let him out. Well, yeah. Well, we'll do a special mention on her. Yeah. I didn't realize I was out. Yeah. Out. Hope he visits your house. Yeah, that's sure. That's the New York Post for you. Pictures. There we go. Let's make sure we get the right exposure here on this marvelous looking character. A little black point. This is newsprint, so we gotta. There we go. That looks good. And then we're gonna get this part. Oh yeah. There we go. Whoa. I'm just trying to clarify this stuff so we can see the text a little bit better. I never know which one of these gives you better text. All right, forget it. There we go. That's as good as we can do. There we go. We can read that sort of. .28 Sunday morning. Everything is quiet. I'm about talked out. I need another. No, I don't. Looks like Scotty Scheffler took the day off. That's ESPN. It doesn't have him on the roster. And Justin Rose is 6 strokes ahead of everybody. That's not bad coming into the fourth round. So Justin Rose, if he can pick up, another PGA win, that adds to his credentials, resume, whatever. And if Scotty's not in the lineup, you got a chance of winning something, instead of just getting second or third place. Top of the leaderboard, which he is. Tees off at 12:37 today. If you want to try to follow him, he's like in his late 40s, I believe, as far as age. So. For him to be beating out all these kids is quite an achievement. Justin Rose breaks the 36-hole record. Yeah. All right. That's the whole leaderboard. So you can see what's going on there. Might as well just do a little clip-roski on that. There we go. save the photos. Then go to photos. I have to go to recently saved. Go here. And then I have to auto everything and then come over here to shadows and get rid of all the shadows. See how that darkens that up? Makes it easier to see. Bingo, that's all. Now you can see that. And we'll send that to a message to Daniel DANIEL. I got that spelled right. Daniel Wilson, that's it. Bingo. Send it. Bingo. All right, sports fans. I am DUN. You have a great Sunday. Talk to you tomorrow morning.